Hello and welcome back to Griffin Indiana for our Survivor Edition Let's Play. We're in May, the first half of May. And it looks like we're going to get rain. However, it's going to be a sort of bits and pieces episode, this one, I think. There's a couple of small jobs that we need to do. But we need to make sure things like our greenhouses and our animals are all topped up with water and feed. So I think that is probably what we're going to do. And if we're not sort of overrun in time, we might. I don't even know why I'm coming in here. We need the trailer. If we're not overrun on time, we might start repairing all our vehicles ready for the harvest season as well, which is obviously going to take. Where's it? Oh, there it is. It's going to take some of our cash up, isn't it? Only at that point, once we're happy that our vehicles are sort of ready for the harvest, because I know our combine is absolutely shot to bits, isn't it? Once we're happy that that's ready to go, then that's when we're going to look at buying a new piece of land. Since the last episode, we did one baling contract. I think it was for, so it was around about 9 grand, something like that, and then whatever we had left over. So yeah, we used our gear for that. I think there's nothing. Oh, there's a couple of weeds left in there. I'm not going to bother with them for 2 solitary weeds. The bits that do need doing is great use of English. The fields that do need weeding are our small ones down here. So our ones at the farm, and then the one just next to it, like the really small bit of land that we didn't know what to do with. Let's have a look, see what's used machinery first. I mean, that is so cheap. That is like mega cheap, isn't it? Yeah. If we bought that, we'd probably have to spend what? You're looking at least 200 grand, aren't you, on a harvester, and then we couldn't buy the. Yeah, we couldn't buy the land after that. That's not bad though. Is that just for sugar beet? I wonder if that's for everything. Yeah, we'll just stick with herbicide. I mean, there is it's not that one. Yes, it is that one. There is series that we've had before where we didn't use any sort of herbicide, did we? We used all sort of mechanical weeders, and we used natural fertilizers. I did enjoy playing like that. I think it was No Man's Land, wasn't it? Where's pig food? Yeah, it was No Man's Land, and it was good doing it like that. And I'd do that again, but we won't do it on this series. I mean, we haven't started doing it, have we? So there's no need to do it now. Just thought I'd skip that. It takes ages to fill up, even just the 10,000 litres. So 10,000 litres will keep us going for a little bit. It won't keep us going for long though, because we're getting more and more pigs. We've probably got some to sell actually. I didn't even think of that. If we can sell some, we'll get some sold. That must have been tight along around there. I'm pretty certain we do need pig food. I'm doing this, and I never even looked at her. But I'm certain at the end of the last episode, it might have been off camera. I mean, the end of the last episode was over a week ago in real life, because I'll just have a look. Yeah, we do. We need straw as well. Yeah, because I think I've explained, certainly in Forest Challenge, it might have even been in here as well. I just haven't been able to get on for sort of real life issues. Not issues, nothing concerning, just things that's been happening that have needed my attention more than this. So yeah, I was certain that we did need the pig food. Wait, man trying to do 2 things at once there. Let's have a look over here. Little me moving both these trailers, won't it? So we have 7 months old for 9 months. The 9 months will keep. The 7 months. We'll have to wait for them to get healthy anyway, won't we, and eat? Because we'll get more money then. Right, so we won't be selling any today unless they their health goes up whilst we're on. I don't know if it does. I don't know if it goes up during sort of in-game or whether it's sort of once it hits the next day. I can't remember. I was hoping, although obviously I knew it wouldn't be because we know how long it takes, but it would have been good if we had the grass to cut today. That would have been good because we're in dire need of some of our own here. Can't even speak. Right, food. They've got some. They could do with topping up with water though. These again have some. Let's just jump in. Let's jump in international. The trusty international, which is absolutely on its last legs by the looks of it. Oh, it's going to cost us a fortune to get all these fixed up, isn't it? But it needs doing. Like, it 100% needs doing. I know I'm a nightmare for not doing it as well. There was I can't remember who it was, and it was right at the beginning of FS22, so it'll have either been, it'd probably been the No Man's Land series, to be honest. Although it might have been, what's it called? The Oxygen David one that he did. I can't think of what it's called. It might have been that one as well. There, one of the viewers, pretty much every episode would comment, "Fiction machinery, fiction machinery," and I know I'm an absolute nightmare for her. It's because I get wrapped up thinking like there's other things I need to do, and other things I need to spend the money on. That just sort of, it goes by the wayside. It's not sort of a conscious effort that I'm thinking, I'm just going to leave it. Because I think, especially with the harvesters, you do notice it, don't you? I don't think the tractors, this is sort of personal opinion, you might think otherwise. I don't think the tractors you notice it as much. The harvester you definitely seem to notice it. Probably because you're going at a bit of a slower speed. It just seems to impact it more, I think. Let's get that in there. And let's look at the productions. Let's look at the contract now, just baling contracts there. Right, so we've got nothing going through our fermenter, which we knew. We've got plenty of wool up there. What have we got there? Right, we're in dire need of some manure in the medium greenhouse. I'm not even sure which one that is, to be fair now. Open air, we're looking good. We need water in that one. Which one is that one? I can't even remember. Right, so that one's got lettuce in it. I bet they've both got lettuce in. Right, and the tree's alright. Let's have a look. Let's back up there. Is this the one where we need manure, or is this the one where we need water? Can you even get manure in that one? Right, so that's the liquid fertiliser one, so that's one where we need a little bit of water. I'm not going to put too much in because we're not going to spend our time doing it. I just want to get things topped up. I don't mind topping things up off camera. I know it's obviously going to get a bit tiresome for yourselves, isn't it? And we need to then feed our chickens, don't we? You need little sort of admin episodes like this, don't you? Just, there's a lot of this I will do off camera, and I don't mind doing it off camera. But we didn't have overly much else to do for May, so I just thought we might as well do sort of the odd jobs on camera instead. Looks a bit big, this trailer, doesn't it, for the tractor? We'll have a look to the side, but I'll have to put my coffee down first. And then not crash. I still love this. I'm so happy that we started with this tractor, you know. When I was first thinking of the episode, there was a few different tractors that I was thinking of using, but I'm so pleased we went with this one instead. That's filling up a lot quicker. That'll do. I'll tell you what though, I'm not going to fill it fully because I know what's going to happen. We're not going to be able to use it, are we? Let's just put just over 5,000 litres in. That should fill it. Do you know, we might even have some on the floor still as well. I can't even remember what did we need manure for? Was it the original greenhouse? We definitely need manure for something. This is going to look ugly, this, isn't it? While oh no, we might miss the sheep. Unless that runs straight through us. Nope. Didn't take much at all, did it? Right, put this to one side then. Nothing else takes manure, I don't think. Let's back this up in here. I know this one takes liquid fertiliser, but it's got plenty at the minute. And then what I'm thinking of doing... In fact, I'll back this up. I'll get the sprayer on with the herbicide and we'll go and do the smaller fields. But I'm going to have to change tractors for that, aren't I? Because of the row crops. So, 2 seconds, I'll get that chopped up and it'll just save us being on camera for just a load of driving back and forth. So, funny story. I've just had to go and redo everything that you've just seen there. Because, so we did everything. I've then did all this once already. So I've already did all this spraying off. And the game crashed. Which meant, not only had I not saved it, so I had to go, that's why I've had to go redo everything. Like, I've had to redo the pigs, feeding the pigs, filling up the greenhouses, giving the sheep water. But redo all that. But I'm also having to do this a second time as well. Absolute pain. I've saved it from here, so if I do get kicked off again, I will only be starting from where we started from there, from the farm with this with the sprayer on the back. It's so annoying how it's doing that. Come on, switch on. There we go. I can't remember what I was talking about, to be honest. I can't remember what I was talking about through this bit. I think part of it, I was saying that this is probably going to be the last season that we're going to be recording on this map. I would have thought. We'll probably do the harvest, go into the winter months, sell our product off and then see what we've got money wise. But I mean, I'm quite happy in the knowledge that we're in a point now where we're always going to make money, aren't we? Like, we've succeeded in what we wanted to do. I don't think there's any doubt about that. The fact that we've gone from that tiny bit of land on our little sort of allotment area to what we've got, and ultimately what we're going to end up with as well, which will be more than this because we've got the money to do so. I was probably talking about that at some point. I was probably also saying that we might look at some fields after this, maybe. Once we've fixed up our kit, we might go and look at some fields and maybe purchase one, or if we're close to being able to afford one particular field that we would like, we might wait for another couple of contracts. Where am I at? Got it switched off. Little strip down here. I think I saw it when I was going down. Yeah, I can see them now. Here we go. I'm going to quickly go and fill up as well. fill up the herbicide because I won't have enough to do the other field, I don't think. Right, that's that one done. I'll just go and fill up and we'll come back. Back to 100%. Do you know what I haven't done? Well, I'll do it now even while we're recording. I'll save it. I meant to do that while we were off. Right, so once we've done this, then all our weeding is done. And off we go. There we go. Yes, we might look at sort of odd bits of land after this, see what we can get. I think the trouble with some of them is, although we'll be able to afford them, they might already have crops in that we don't have the facility at the minute to harvest. Whether that's things like sugar beet or potatoes, or like sunflowers and corn. Obviously we don't have the headers and we don't have the equipment for the sugar beet and potatoes, and at this stage we won't be buying it. Well, for two reasons. Firstly, we won't be able to afford to, but secondly, it's just pointless, isn't it? I think I might have spoke about this before, but when I compare this to No Man's Land quite a lot, this series. I think we've used more of our land available on here than what we have on No Man's Land. We have literally used every square inch of land available to us to get stuff out of on this series. I mean, even coming down to bits like this here, tiny bit extra crop, and we've been able to use it, haven't we? Where on No Man's Land, because everything was that open, I think there was probably quite a lot of area that we didn't actually use. This is where it went off last time, you know, absolutely sickening. Just I was coming back up for the second run. Right, we can just do quick up and downs now. In fact, what I'll do, I'm just gonna, because we're probably getting quite deep into the video actually, and there's still a couple of things I want to do. I'm just gonna jump and get to the end. Unbelievably, the same thing has happened again. So I pretty much did the whole of that spraying. I was just on the final run and it kicked us out again. Luckily, because I'd finished the recording and that piece of recording and said that I'll finish it and come back, I didn't lose the recording, but I did have to come back into the game and then redo that whole bit again. So actually physically redo the work on the farm, even though I wasn't recording on it, just to get to this stage. It's an absolute nightmare. Like, if this carries on where it's doing it this regular, there's no way we'll be able to carry on this map. Or if we do, we're gonna have to skip like some of the sort of more dead months, and then just literally get to sort of harvest time. What I've done in the meantime though is I've been over and I've got all our machinery, our vehicles. Some of the other machinery we might put the baler through, but the other machinery we're not going to bother, because most of them are just implements and you don't need to do the implements. But the machinery we're gonna get fixed up, and what I'll do as well, I'll go and fill them up. I'll do that off camera though, I'm not going to do that on camera. So let's do these one at a time, see how much this is going to cost us. So repair 1,951, not bothered, not bad, sorry. I'm not bothered about the paint work. I just want to get the vehicles ready for harvest season. That's all I want. We'll put these around here. Get a little trusty here. I mean, some of these have been in dire need for ages, haven't they? What's that? 1,900 again? That was actually more than I thought it was going to be, to be honest. I was expecting probably around about 1,000 for that one. I forget how slowly this goes in reverse. You'll see a coin on the floor there. We still haven't picked up any on this map. I think I said right at the beginning, didn't I, that I didn't think it was going to be something I did. I'm sure you only get something like $50 each. Or you might get more, I don't know. I don't think it's as much on this one. It's not like on some of them you get 1,000, don't you, when you find the cassettes and things. I tell you what, let's save this. Right, if it kicks us off, I won't lose everything now. I think this is going to cost quite a bit. I don't think this has ever been done. Oh no, not bad, 1,800 and 500, not bad at all, I do not mind that. Ah, here's the rain. Good timing, I suppose. I checked as well, before I come back on, once it had kicked us off, I checked, and we were already like, I think we were over 17 minutes, so by the time we've got this, I think we're just going to end the day. If it's going to rain most of the afternoon anyway. We've got our animals fed. I'll probably, off camera, I'll probably top everything up, so I'll get more pig food. What's this one? 409, love that. Yeah, I'll fill these up with fuel. I'll get the animals topped up with what have we got? I don't think all the sheep had food, didn't they? But I might just top them up with hay. I'll buy more pig food. We'll, I don't know, do whatever we need with the greenhouses if there's a need a bit more. But I think most of them are alright now. And then we'll come back in. Whether I'll come back the second half of May or not, I'm not sure. I don't know if there's enough to do. Right, don't need to do that. Nearly £3 for that. I thought this would have been the second most expensive one. I expected the harvester to be the most, and then this to be second. But so I don't know how much we've spent there. I didn't even see what it was. I didn't see what we started with. We must have spent about 10 grand. I would have thought, round about that. Maybe a little bit less. Let's get some barley. We'll take this over. Feed the chickens, and then that will be us. Oh, I said about... Oh, it's next month, isn't it? It's June. I was going to say, I mentioned about selling the corn off, but it was June when the price tops out, so we'll do that in the next video. Because yeah, I don't think we'll be back for the second half of May. There's nothing for us to do. And like I said, given the issues we've been having with the map itself getting kicked off, there's a good chance we'll at different times we'll skip a couple of months if there's no work to be done other than the basic sort of keeping this part of our farm going. Why is that not? Huh, did we already fill this? I can't remember filling that. Well, let's put this under here then, so the barley doesn't get wet. There we go. Right. Episode's been a bit sort of all over the place, just in the fact that we had quite a lot of odd jobs to do. Sorting the animals out, sorting the greenhouses out, doing that bit of weeding, which was actually an absolute nightmare because we kept getting kicked off. And we've now got our vehicles maintained and ready for the summer as well. So overall, sort of decent episode to get us back on track. Next episode, we will 100% be in June. We'll be selling our corn off, but we'll also be baling our couple of small grass fields as well. And then, I don't know, we'll see where we're at. We're going to have to find out what field we want to put our money into. So, for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next one.
PlayStation